Good evening, everybody, and also happy transfer deadline day for whichever club you are supporting out there the day as well. But first, we are live first for the game on Saturday between Newcastle United against Crystal Palace, 3 o'clock kickoff, which of course will be at St James's Park as well. So us coming off the back of that 2-1 defeat against Liverpool yesterday. Oh, I'm still quite pissed off over it. I've got to admit, I really, really am. Because how was that allowed to have 2.5 extra minutes in there? I'm not entirely too sure. And I don't think Isak's second goal was offside. I think that should have counted, in my opinion. So there you are. And Crystal Palace coming off the back of a 1-1 draw, and that was against Brentford in midweek as well. So you are, but before we get into it, I also have someone joining me as well in a moment. So we'll get him in when he's ready. But first of all, if you do enjoy, please, of course, do stick the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Of course, if you're new to the channel, or if you are enjoying the content, you're not yet subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Feel free to donate as well through Super Chat as well. And you can become a member of the channel as well. Well then, again, back onto the game. I believe we can look to get back to winning ways on Saturday. I really, really believe we will. Of course, the players, Eddie Howe, the coaching staff, the owners as well, will still feel absolutely downbeat by that yesterday. Feel absolutely, really, really annoyed as well. And I think the players will look at that and thinking, right, let's take this into Saturday. And we are going to get the points back that we were truly robbed for. And I believe we are going to take 3 points off Crystal Palace on Saturday as well. Palace, I think, have had a decent, not bad start to the season as well. But I believe we will just have too much for them. Of course, the fans will really get behind the side as well. No doubt about that. And I believe we could stick definitely possibly a few goals past Crystal Palace on Saturday, because they really can be got at, and that is a game for us. We should be looking to get the 3 points out of that as well. And I'm really hopeful we will do that as well. Again, as I mentioned, the players will look back on yesterday and thinking, right, we shouldn't have lost that game. Let's now take this into Saturday against Palace, and we're going to get back, stop picking up the points again. You really, really will as well. So definitely. But keep the no comments in yet, but feel free to get them in there, guys. So let me know how you think the game could well go on Saturday. Can we get back to winning ways? Because I believe we certainly can as well. So there you are. And I think a lot of fans will definitely be hopeful as well. Saturday, 3 o'clock, pack St James's Park as well. And St James's Park will usually be bouncing on Saturday as well. 52,000 there as well. And I just can't wait for the game on Saturday. Now, we are at home, not to mention seeing Isak on his home debut, which I have no doubt he will play on Saturday again. I definitely think he'll be in that start lineup as well. And I want to see him get extra minutes this time, more minutes. I thought taking him off quite early in the game yesterday was still around about 20-odd minutes left. I thought really surprised me a little bit. It really, really was quite early in the game as well. We're fetched on Chris Wood and And remember, we took Fraser off at the same time as well, and we brought Murphy on, and just did absolutely nothing, them two. So I don't want to see them in the start lineup. Well, I don't really want to see them anywhere near the squad at the moment. I've said at the conclusion, I want to see them players gone now. Few hours left before the transfer. Anyone wants to come in for them too? feel free, because they are not good enough for this football club anymore. They really, really aren't. And well, so yeah. Do come there. Feel free to get in with the comments, guys. I know everyone's doing live shows today as well, because it is the transfer deadline day as well. So there you are. But hopefully we'll get the person joining me for this preview when he is ready. So hopefully he won't be here for too long now. So there you are. But of course, let me know, guys, how are you feeling for the game on Saturday, as always, as well. So here you are. And you're looking forward to seeing Isak for his home debut as well. The fans for surely are. Hopefully we'll have ASM back. Hopefully Bruno as well, but we'll see. Said if they're not back for this Saturday, could possibly be the away game against West Ham. The latest injury on ASM, from what I heard, it's more of a swell that he's picked up, not a thought. I mean, it was more of a swell than more of a strain or a pull that he's picked up ASM. So that doesn't sound concerning. So he could be back maybe for this weekend. But we'll wait and see. Just wait and see. Liam says, thoughts on the Liverpool players mocking the girl who was shot? That is disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Liverpool, the whole football club, should be fined for that. Fined as much as you want them. I mean, because that was absolutely horrendous. Why are they coming out and doing that? Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I can't believe it. They did that. Disgraceful. Fine them. Fine them as much as you possibly want to. That was disgusting, that. No need for it. No need for it. Young girl taken far too soon, way far too soon, by some daft idiot who just thinks it's okay to do what he did. Not disgraceful. And hope they catch that bloke as well. And I hope he gets all sorts of things thrown at him or done to him as well. So, yeah. Yeah, do keep the comments there coming, guys, and please do subscribe. And of course, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to donate as well if you would like to do so as well. So you are. Let me know how you think this game could go on Saturday. I believe we could get back to winning ways. Will we see Bruno or ASM back in the side as well? I don't think we will on Wilson yet, but hopefully Bruno and possibly ASM. But we'll just wait and see. As well. But even if we go in the game without them two, I believe we can still get a win. Look how so unlucky we were close to getting something out of that game. Really, really were. I'm traveling up to Newcastle tomorrow after I finish work at 9 in the morning. Nice one. Be great to see you on Saturday, Liam. Feel free to come and find us right before where we normally hang out before kickoff, usually by the club shop as well. So feel free to do so, Liam. So, there. Hopefully our guest is ready to come in very soon. And yeah. Also, let me know on the thoughts on who come the lineup could be as well. Could we see Botman and Share back in as well? I believe we should. So lineup, Eddie Howe's definitely got to go with his strongest lineup on Saturday as well, which I have no doubt. So yeah. Well, we just said that our guest is almost ready, so he'll be here in a moment. So, who do you think it could be? But here you go. And of course, I've decided after this, I'll be going a bit live just a roundabout later on for the transfer win. So yes, I'll be back a bit later on with some with the transfer deadline day. So, and I think the same person is going to join me for that as well. So. So hey. But yeah, it's got a bit quiet in terms of transfers, but again, we'll talk more of that when I do that on the next day live show a little bit later on. But of course, this is about the preview for the game. Jordan, PD, I've got to admit, Jordan, your players were a disgrace yesterday, and your manager, but he was just whinging throughout the whole game. I know you'd be delighted with the 3 points, but they shouldn't have gone with that extra 2.5 minutes. I've got to admit, so even when I was at work this morning, I was still angry inside. I don't blame you, Liam, because again, we were truly robbed in that game. Not just because of the extra time, but Isak's second goal should have counted. Liverpool fans didn't even celebrate the win. There you are. There you are. So that just says it, doesn't it? Him as well. And let's take this game on Saturday and get to winning ways again, which we really believe we will do. As well. Cannot wait for the game. Absolutely cannot wait for the game at all on Saturday. Really, really can't. So I got a deadline stream later transfer. Nice one, Jordan. Nice one, nice one. I know you've got a player from Juventus, I've heard. So there, so hopefully. Keep the comments there coming in, guys. So there's no one you think what can happen in the game on Saturday. Your guest will be here very, very shortly. The games we've got coming up, I believe we will pick up a few wins. Not saying we will win them all. We can't get something out of them. I mean, I think Palace is winnable. West Ham possibly is winnable as well. You never know. Bournemouth should definitely be winnable as well. White Trout says, Pete, can I say sorry? My language was terrible last night in the live comments. I know it's a family show, but that was a good pun. No, don't worry, man. It's worry. I can understand how frustrated you were after that, because that was just absolutely atrocious. How that happened. We shouldn't have lost that game. We shouldn't have lost that game at all. We played on far too many extra minutes. 2.5 minutes too many, but no, don't worry yourself about that. So, there. Nottingham Forest about to stand there. 22nd sign. I think I've lost count. Jesus Christ. As well, but we'll be discussing that in the transfer show a little bit later on. So I'll just wait for my guest to come on, and again we'll talk more definitely about this game as well. Our disallowed goal on Aimee. Yeah, it did. Silly with me as well. Not the only one. Should have counted. Wasn't offside. But I believe Isak could at least get some goals on Saturday for us as well. I believe he really, really will. He said because the goal he scored yesterday, that's only just going to give him confidence for the home game against Palace. Fans will get right behind him, no doubt about that. As well. Why didn't Longstaff clear the ball too? He stood watching and waiting on it to drop. That's the problem with Longstaff. Yeah, that's a problem with Longstaff. He doesn't do the obvious things when he needs to do that as well. So there you are. If it was the other way, the goal stands, it would. Yeah, absolutely, it would have. Just absolutely, it would have. There you are. It was just, but well, come on. Hopefully, my guest be on very, very in a moment. Hopefully he's ready. So, okay, guys, do let me know how you think again the game is going to go on Saturday as well. Are you at the game as well? Let me know. So, last night has made me want to go to the home fixture in February even more. I don't blame you. Let's hopefully when that Liverpool come, we have all our best players and we take the game to them and get revenge. That disallowed goal was harsh. It was offside. Rules are now FIFA levels of AI intelligence when kneecaps and toes are offside. Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll beat Palace Saturday. We got a good record against them at home. Yeah, we do. Beat them last season through Miggy. I know we lost 2-1 the season before that. We did win before that as well, where Miggy got his first goal for the club. As well, we did lose before that in Rafa's last season for a run. I remember when we gave away a penalty. Before that, when we got promoted, we did win that as well. We before the season before we got relegated, we beat them there as well. They've only been by goals to nil, but I believe it'll be more this time. I really believe it will be more goals we will beat them by because look of where we are as a club now. And that is why I believe we'll score more than one against Crystal Palace on Saturday as well. So there you are. So teams crumble when they see the war flags and the place kitted in the black and white. St James's Park is a fortress again. Absolutely, indeed, it is. Yep, I totally agree with what you said there, White Trout. So there you are. Absolutely, indeed. If I remember, I was in that game we lost under Raf. I think it was a season we lost 0-1 against West Brom. We lost 1-0 against West Brom the season we were promoted back into the Premier League. And where we lost 1-0 was in Rafa's last season where we gave away a penalty through Milivojevic. So there. Well, it looks like my guest could be ready in now. So there we go. And keep the comments coming in, guys. White Trout says, will ASM be starting against Palace if he's 100% fit? Yes, I believe he will. Luckily, with it news, it's just a bit of swelling he's just suffering from. So that doesn't sound too serious, which Eddie Howe did come out with that. So he could either be on Saturday, but if not, definitely for West Ham. So there. Does it show how far we've progressed? That we're angry about losing against, against Liverpool? Absolutely. Absolutely it is. Fought the back, went to have a go. We had definitely some chances in that game as well. And there you are. We're going for it against these bigger teams now. We've just read that as well. Hopefully my guest is just about to come in a moment now. And I believe he is here now. Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? No, we'll just get him. It is Archer.
Hello,
How are you doing, man?
Maurice.
Crystal Palace on Saturday.
Yep.
We came off the back of an absolute robbery yesterday of a defeat. Are we getting back to winning ways on Saturday? Because I believe we will.
Yeah, I think we will. We should have last night. I thought would have at least got a point out of the game. Alexander Isak's goal, that was a screamer.
Mm-hmm.
But his second goal, I thought that wasn't offside when I when I when I was watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I looked at it, it seemed like he was just offside.
Oh, I think he was on for me.
Really?
Yep.
Well, my bad. I think he should. I think it should be 2-2.
Well, yeah. I
But
don't know. Where did he get the extra 2.5 minutes from?
I don't It's bizarre. The thing is, Nick Pope, apparently Nick Pope was down, and
Yeah.
Joe Linton was doing.
I mean, you don't need that amount of extra time. Surely not.
No, if you're playing if you're playing 5 minutes, then play the 5 minutes, not extra 3 minutes on.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Exactly.
me wonder Eddie Howe and the staff were kicking off.
Yep, absolutely. I don't blame them as well. But you said we'll get back to winning ways on Saturday.
Yeah, I think we will. I'm quite positive.
I mean, think about it. We've looked at that game still from last night, and then we'll think about it. Right, we were robbed yesterday. We're going to take it at home on Saturday against Palace, and we're going to beat them.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Of course, this man we'll have to keep an eye out on because he has been Palace's danger man so far. Wilfred Zaha, he has bagged in a few goals there for them, but he doesn't really score. Really, at St James's Park, though, does he? I don't think have I known him to score at St James's Park before.
I don't know if he
Maybe
has.
once. Wait a minute. Once was it 2014? He might have.
Is that
When we drew 3-3.
is that against Palace or Man United?
Palace.
Palace.
So I think that's the only time I've known Zaha to score against her. Again, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But I think that's the only time I remember him known to score against us at all. Do you see, Archer, Bruno and ESM being fit for Saturday, or do you think not just yet?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I can tell you the news I've heard about ESM. He is just suffering with a bit of swelling, so it's not too serious. So Eddie Howe said West Ham at the latest, but possibly could come back on Saturday if he can.
Mm-hmm.
Bruno, I've not heard anything about it, and I can't see Wilson coming back though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, do you see Fabian Schär and Sven Botman coming back in? Because those two were rested yesterday, but which I was a bit surprised with, I've got to admit. But do you see both of them coming back in, or at least one of them coming back in the start lineup?
I reckon Botman.
Fair play. What about Schär, or do you not think Scher's going to come back in as well?
I think he should come back in.
I mean, Dan Burn did well at times. Lascelles wasn't too bad, I've got to admit. But I still have that concern with him. That's my only thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I expect Trippier to keep his place at right back. And I think Target will keep his place. I think it's glad he's back now in that side. If Bruno doesn't come back in, of course, you'll definitely stick with Joe Willock and Joe Linton in the centre midfield. But if Bruno doesn't make it for Saturday, does he stick with Sean Longstaff? Or do you think it's about time he goes with young Anderson, Elliot Anderson?
I fancy Anderson. I think he deserves a shout.
I mean, it came off again the bench, but I want to see him be given some more minutes out on the pitch rather than just the last 10 or few. I mean, there you are.
Yeah.
But you never know what could happen still.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind seeing Anderson given a chance. I don't think Sean Longstaff again was that bad at times yesterday. I did thought he was a little bit anonymous. But again, my streamer kept crashing a lot yesterday while I was watching the game. So I might have missed bits he was doing in the game, but never mind. But Anderson, I would like to see him given an opportunity as well. So there you are. We need a centre midfielder, but I don't see anyone coming in the next few hours. Does it look like it now, does it? No, there's still some time.
There's still time, mate. There's like, well, I do have Sky Sports on, but like I've turned the volume down a bit. But it's only on for like there's literally like 3 hours at least.
Oh well, so 3.5 hours, nearly 3.5 hours. Yeah. I thought Liverpool were poor. I wasn't impressed with them. I didn't think they were that good as well. It's actually worse than Fergie time according to Liam. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. They had 5 minutes of stoppages. They had 2 extra on that for the Pope thing. Where the hell did the extra on that come into? Exactly. I don't know. I just don't know. And
joke.
Absolute joke it was. Yep, I agree with that. So, yeah. Well then, what we're going to do is go into the predicted lineup for Saturday against Crystal Palace. Again, hopefully we can get some players back fit. Let's just pray and hope we do. But anyway, let's go with the predicted lineup. So Archie, you start in goal.
Nick Pope.
Yep, absolutely agree. Dubravka is completed his move to Man United. Again, that we'll discuss that more in the show, in the next show a little bit later on. But yeah, Nick Pope for me, no doubt about that. Easy decision in goal for me. Right back, I'll take, and it's going to be that man, Kieran Trippier. No doubt about that. As well, no doubt he'll try and lead the line on Saturday as well, and he'll be ready for Saturday. No doubt about that as well. Free kick scored against Manchester City, as well. I think he'll be buzzing for this game on Saturday as well.
Yeah.
One of the centre backs, Roll Archer. Who's taking one of them?
Let's go with Sven Botman.
Yep, it could be left or right, as well. But we'll wait and see. But I think he should be back in the side on Saturday as well. And I think this could maybe be alongside him. So I'm going to go with Fabian Schär. I'm going to bring him back into the side now on Saturday. I think we need him as well in terms of his not just his defensive but his passing ability as well. So there you are. And who's taking the left back spot, Archer?
my target.
Yeah, for me, I agree with that. As well, I think we'll need him for his pace, his crossing, and not in his defensive abilities as well. So there you are. Right, centre midfield. So I'll start, and I'm going to start one of those positions. Is that man there, Joe Linton? No doubt he'll be in there. Again, did very well yesterday, I've got to admit. And he will make sure he'll stop that Crystal Palace threat from coming as well. So there. Who's taking another position in that midfield role?
Ooh. Possibly Longstaff.
It could be Longstaff, fair play if he's fit. But if this man ends up being fit, does he go straight back in?
Yeah, if he's fit, but I think it'll probably be Sean Longstaff alongside Joe Linton.
Fair play. So we'll see about if Bruno. So we'll go with Longstaff if Bruno is not fit for the game on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I think the last player will take the midfield, and that would be Joe Willock. For me, he's not the start of the season off decent. I've got to admit, no goal from him yet, but you can see he's looking eager. He wants to get himself involved in the game now, and I thought he wasn't too bad. Yes, did well yesterday as well. So there you are.
Yeah.
Right now we'll go on the attacking three.
Yeah.
Who's gonna take on that right hand side?
Almiron.
Yep, I absolutely agree with that as well. Scored in the game in the 1-0 win last season as well. I think he's done very well. He's really, really impressed me so far as well. So I've no doubt he'll keep that on that right-hand side as well for me as well. Jones says, I rate Isak. There you are. I mean, he scored a cracking goal, didn't he? Against Hughes as well. Right. So out on the left, and if this man is fit, he goes back in for me. So that'd be ASM if he's fit. But if he's not, I will stick with that man there, Ryan Fraser.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Fraser did well yesterday, I've got to admit. So
yeah, he did have it. Like he had a chance, like he turned his body and then took a shot, but just went over the bar.
Yeah, absolutely. As well, he was quite unlucky not to score that goal. I've got to admit. So I think Fraser's done all right so far this season as well. So there. Right. Last position. Up front. In the middle. Who is it?
The main man, Alexander Isak.
Absolutely. Yep. No doubt he starts on Saturday for me as well. I cannot wait to see him on his home debut. And the goal that he scored yesterday will just give him that confidence.
Yeah.
It really, really will as well. So there. Lieb says, beat Crystal Palace and get back to them and get back to them. European spots are close to it. Yep, absolutely. White Trout says, I wouldn't mind seeing Bruno tucked in behind ASM and Isak up front. Them two running onto his through balls will be scary. Absolutely, yeah. So there you are. So again, that's the lineup we've gone with. So again, we've gone with Pope in goal. The back four of Trippier, Fabian Schär, Sven Botman, Matt Target in the midfield three. We'll go with Joe Linton, Joe Willock, Sean Longstaff if Bruno isn't fit. But if Bruno is fit, he goes back in there for me. And the attacking three, we're going with Miggy out on the left if he's fit, ASM. But if ASM's not fit, I would stick with Ryan Fraser. And up front, in the middle, it's definitely got to be Isak. No doubt about that. And for me as well. So there. Well then, what we're going to do now is come to the end. But what we do now is the score predictions. But just before that, Archer, Chris Wood, Murphy, we don't want to see them anywhere in that start line tomorrow. Or to be honest, not even in the game. I mean, they did absolutely nothing in the game yesterday for me.
No, didn't even dine out. Wood just like just stood there, just didn't even do much.
I mean, his odds for his headers he was winning, they were just going to Liverpool players.
I know, just.
But anyways, well, now we could do that, but I don't want to see them in the way. Liam's going for 2-1 win to Newcastle. Fair play. What's your score prediction for Saturday then, Archer?
Fancy 2-1.
2-1, okay then.
I'm guessing you're going for 3-1, are you? Or 3-0?
Well, I am going to go for Newcastle to win by 3-0 on Saturday. I'm going for it. 3-0 win to Newcastle. I believe we can really, really stop Palace's threat coming forward. And if we get up, really attack them, we could definitely score some goals in that game. Get the ball into Isak and let's see him work his magic as well. So there you are. So 3-0 Newcastle is what I'm going for. That double sub last night was questionable. Murphy couldn't keep his foot on the ball, and Wood was wooden. Absolutely. That's why those two don't deserve to definitely be in the side at the moment. I've said they should be gone now. Really, really think they should be gone. Them as well. So there you are. So I'll just go for a 2-1 win, and I'm going for a 3-0 win as well. Well, the guys, we'll end the preview for there. Again, we'll be back a bit later on. I'm thinking I'm gonna go back later on about 9 o'clock to go through the remaining deadline days. I think you're going to join me again for that, Archer.
Yeah.
As well. So around about 9 o'clock, we'll be back on here live with the transfer deadline live show as well. So feel free to get yourselves tuned in as well, and let's take a look on possibly some surprise more deals. When Newcastle managed to get anyone over the line, it doesn't look like it by the sound of it, but we'll wait and see. Just under 3.5 hours to go. We shall wait and see, but we'll then talk about all the other deals that have gone on so far as well with the other clubs that have been doing their business on deadline day as well. Cheers, P. I'll be back. No problem, White Trout. Well, then, guys, we'll catch you in a little while. So see you all in a little bit.
See you soon.
See you in a bit.